Hey everybody, this is Matt. In today's video lesson I'm going to be talking about blues. Blues can be a lot of fun for drummers. The most important thing I think about playing blues is simply just feeling the music. There's a huge difference from just, playing a song as opposed to really feeling the song. And blues is one of those genres where you absolutely just have to feel the music. I've got two examples today, both from, once again, freejamtracks.com. One is called Electric Mud, and the other one is called Burnt Steak Blues. Once again, these names, I don't know who comes up with these things, but they're just jam tracks. I figured maybe they feel like they have to name them. I don't know. But once again, two examples for today. I'm going to be touching on blues, taking a straightforward approach, as well as trying to make a blues groove a little more flashy. Not too flashy, not kind of overdoing it, because blues, you can really ruin a blues song by trying to do too much. Like I said, it's really just feeling what the song is trying to convey to the audience. So let's get started. All right, this first track is called Burnt Steak Blues. This is a very typical bluesy feeling track, and you'll see what I mean here. Let me just let you listen to it. So that's the gist of that one. That would fall into that category of, to me, the way it sounds to me is, you probably heard the term 12-bar blues. That's what that sounds like. The guitar and the bass are doing that traditional, very bluesy, kind of shuffly, that that sort of feel. And if you wanted to take a very straightforward approach to that track, you could play just that. You could just play a typical blues groove and it would sound fine, So let me just do that for you. I'll just kind of hang back and just do that. So that's a straight ahead approach, and if you noticed after that 12 bars, when that little turnaround happened that the guitar player did, I moved over to the ride cymbal just to spice it up a little bit, just give it a little more flavor to it. So let me play it more how I would play it, which is a little more. Typically hearing a track like that, instead of playing a straight ahead shuffle, I would sneak a ghost note or two in there, something like. Something like that, just to make the beat not quite so boring, or even a double ghost note, a drag type thing. You can go. Something like that you could do. So let me just do that for you, and I'll probably add a little more, some more fills, and try to match what the guitar player is doing, just because that's something I like to do. I like to focus on the guitar. A bass player for a kick drum part, and guitar for the actual groove, just to make it sound more interesting. So let me do that. Okay, so that's mixing it up a little bit. I actually had a visitor in the room here. That's why you saw me nod. Let me stop the tape for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was my awesomely beautiful wife popping in. Just got back from the neighborhood pool, and just want to say hey. But now I'm back. Yeah, that was Burnt Steak Blues, that first track. Where was I? If you noticed, the second time I went through that, I played it a little more, with a little more flash, with more fills, not so straight ahead. If you notice, when I went to the ride cymbal for that blues part, instead of just going something like that, I actually kind of hit on the bell of the ride just to accent. Something like that. Once again, just to make the beat not so boring. So this next example is called Electric Mud. This one it's a little more funky than blues. Let me let you take a listen to it. It for that one. That does that very same thing for 6.5 minutes. This is truly a loop. But as far as the drum part for that, as far as what the guitar's doing, I'd probably go something like a okay. So let me once again, like I always do, I'll play it straight ahead first, and let you hear what that sounds like. Keeping the drum part kind of simple. Okay. Next, I'm going to play it with a little more flash, a little kind of sort of hitting around what the guitar is doing, those accents, throwing in some fills, maybe changing the phrasing of some of the fills, not always coming in where you would typically come in on a fill. Like, say you're going into the next phrase of music, typically you'd start on 3. You'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And do a fill starting on 3, and come in with the next next measure. This track, you can really have a lot of fun with a track like this. Again, it's a little more funky, and to me, drummers can have so much fun in funk music. But let me just play it that way for you. cut off tempo there a couple of times. So yeah, that gives you an idea of what that would sound like, adding in more fills. And I don't know if you noticed, I tried to mix up the phrasing of the fills a little bit, you know, starting on the beginning of the measure, or maybe starting on 2, you know, just to add a little, just to make it more cool. All right, so that's blues. Just those 2 examples for today. Once again, just like I always say, I hope you're able to learn something from these videos, and I'll try to find, there's not a whole lot of really, you know, really standout jam tracks on this channel, or the this particular website, freejamtracks.com. Most of them are kind of so-so, but still, check it out. You know, it's good practice, you know, practicing with tracks like this. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.